Hi, Sagittarius. It's me, your girl, the Kinky Witch. How are we doing today? Sagittarius, I'm coming to you today for your Midheaven 10th house career and professional life reading. All right, I'm coming to you with the energy of December 15th through to January 15th. Sagittarius, if you haven't done so, go ahead and go check out your November 15th through December 15th reading that is posted on my channel. All right. This may also, if it resonate, guys, apply to your sun, moon, rising. So don't force it. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. If you're going to listen, just keep a listening ear out and things may unfold. Sometimes guidance is what's being given, not necessarily like rah, right? I really don't like rah. I had a teacher once who said, okay, if you're going to diagnose the condition, what's the treatment? So, how I work with my spirit team, how I work with the Divine Mother, Father, God, is that when we get and see a situation, there's always, well, what's the remedy? What's the cure? How do we go about fixing it, solving it, avoiding it? All right, Sagittarius. All right. Let's see. Let's pull some oracle cards and let's see what the Divine Mother, Father, God has to say. Sagittarius, as always, let's pray. Divine Mother, Father, God, angels, ancestors, and guides, I ask that you allow me to see and say all that I must. I call forth and ask for the protection from my guides, my ancestors, and the angels that walk with me. And I call forward to the guides for the Sagittarians that are watching this, midheaven, 10th house, or sun, moon, rising. And descendants, because I believe you have to know where you're coming from to understand where you are going. All right. Okay, Sagittarius. So two cards popped while we were praying, and I clear Thursday, take them. So let's get okay, and then let's three from that. Pulling tea leaves today because I've been like sitting in the energy. I like it. One second. All right, Sagittarius, I'm back, but some good cards fell. So, first card we have up is gavel, involvement with the law. Now, remember, this is work, but if it applies sun, moon, rising, descendant, okay, taking the message. Gavel. I'm not gonna lie, this also is giving, I see like a bone and tendon. I don't know what this is. So be careful at work. Okay, if you work for someone, if you're an independent contractor, if you're independent, be careful of getting hurt while in the process of working on a commission. All right. And if you do, right, you probably and potentially have a case, but also flip that. Okay, if you're an independent contractor and you have people that work for you and someone is getting hurt on the job, be careful. So that's just what's coming out from just like that intuitive hit from looking at this picture. But you see the gavel, you see the judge holding it, right? But there could also be oh, I'm hearing summary judgment. Don't know what that means. There could be a summary judgment coming out in your favor, Sagittarius. So, okay, going into December 15th and through January 15th. Sagittarius, let's be careful. Let's keep our head on a swivel. Okay, let's keep our head on a swivel. Let's not say anything to people we shouldn't be saying stuff to. Let's not making any off-color jokes, okay? Um, let's not bring politics into work. Let's be careful in all areas, yeah? Inkpot, problems to be resolved, yeah? Yeah. So you also are traveling into this period with these energies, Sagittarius, right? You're traveling into this period with something to be resolved, right? A problem to be resolved, and you may have justice coming in resolving it. Getting, and that's why I heard summary judgment. So getting some form of summary judgment in the situation that you've been going through at work, right? Or like I said, if you're independent, scissors and scissors. Hmm. Scissors says disappointment in some affair. All right, Sagittarius. Cut it. Whatever this is, just cut it out. Whatever this is, cut it out. Cut it from your life. If it's energetic, cut it out. If it's something that you tend to do, cut that shit out, right? Sagittarius, I really want you during this period to be cautious of what you're doing, thinking, saying, who you're hanging out with, who you're gallivanting, who you're just involving yourself with. Because there's a situation here which is calling for justice. And with scissors coming out as the last card, now these are the card that while I was praying popped out. Disappointment in some affair. So you may not be getting the justice that you want in the summary judgment, because again, I heard summary judgment. So you may not be getting like a decision that you absolutely want, and that could leave you dissatisfied. All right, let's see. Horseshoe, good luck. All right, all right, all right. This is why I got excited. All right, so you're going through this period. We have a switch. We have a change in luck. We have a change in tide. Ram, a stubborn and aggressive person. Oh, Sagittarius. Maybe dealing with an Aries, right, Ram? You may have Aries placement. So you are like, I'm not okay with this decision. I'm not okay with this decision. This decision, absolutely not. Because I feel like you're the one being done wrong in this situation, right? So it's nothing you did. Um, it's something you're having to address, right? Gavel could also talk about if you work for people, Gavel talk about your superiors bringing this to human resources if it's something like that, like, and you're like, nah, I'm not resting on my laurels, and absolutely not. Whatever this summary judgment that you gave on this situation, you're like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it was just this, it was fine. You're like, absolutely not. And you're stubborn. You're like, this is not okay. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. All right. Oh, Sagittarius. I am here for a good time, not a long time. All right, Saggy. All right, babies, listen. Tiger. So this is what Spirit is showing me. A summary judgment was given on a situation that you brought to your management's attention. Yes? Okay. And you're not okay with that. You're like, no. You're like, that was one part of it. What about the other part? Oh, yeah, remember, so in that email, per my email, you addressed one part, said da da da, boom. But what about the other part? Can we look into that? Because there's still things that need to be addressed. This isn't just done, right? So horseshoe coming out for you is saying, and this is what I'm hearing, is like, do it, go for it, speak up. Yes, I'm gonna need you to be that stubborn person. All right. Yeah, you know you're kicking this can up the hill. You know you're kicking the can up the hill. So be careful how you kick the can. All right. So if you're pursuing something, you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar and piss. So don't be arrogant and don't be boastful. You can be calm, steady, and stubborn. You can be like a mule or this mountain goat. And you could look at them and say, absolutely not. I need you to dig deeper. I need you to take a look at this, go into this more. It's risky because you're saying to the person, the supervisor who made this decision, the superior who made this decision, you're saying, I do not trust this summary judgment. I do not agree with this summary judgment because you only answered one part of this question. What about the other part? Right? If you're owning your own business, if you're an independent contractor, right? Yeah, somebody could be trying to sue you, and you're being asked here to hold your ground. Whatever this is, Sagittarius, you're being asked to hold your ground. And so that's why, let me write this down. We're going to call this reading. Hold your ground. Wholeheartedly, Spirit is saying you hold that ground. Yeah, you got some disappointing news in this situation, but that's just that summary judgment. This isn't it, right? This isn't it. And you need to know that in order, sorry, hold your ground. And in order for justice to come true and the truth to prevail, yeah, you're being asked to hold your ground. All right, Saggies, let's clarify some tarot. Hold your ground. But like I said, this is not the time for you to be boastful and arrogant. This is a time for you to be firm. All right, Archer, aim your bow and release your arrow, okay? And a good archer doesn't just run and rush. A good archer, like, line that up, okay? Load the chopper, line it up, and precisely execute what you need to. You do not give up. Hold your ground, period. They got you messed up. I'm sorry, Sagittarius babies. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They got you messed up. Let's clarify. Gavel. All right. Cannot make it up. Four of Wands. Tower. Yeah. Whatever this is, it's gonna shake, and it is shaking and reforming your base, your foundation. The Four of Wands to me is your foundation, it's your happy place. All right. And this tower is coming through, and this, I feel like this is no longer your happy place, right? Let's clarify ink top. Let's get some more out here. Okay. Okay. All right. Ink pot, I have Two of Wands with the King of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. Problems to be resolved. Problems to be resolved. Yeah. There are two choices here. There's two choices here. This King of Swords. There's two choices here. Yeah. So this King of Swords decided in this summary judgment, remember that okay, I'm gonna go with this one. This solution, this explanation, this sounds better. This is the decision making it, right? Page of Pentacles. So this is involving money. This is involving payment of some sorts. All right, give me the full story. Clarify scissors. Clarify scissors. Clarify scissors. Yep, disappointment in some affair. Hanged person, right? It's like whoever made this decision was trying to come up every single excuse for it to be the excuse that was given. It was trying to come up with every single rationale to justify the decision that was made. Right, Sagittarius, like this is what you are facing. This is what you're going into this time through. And I think this is what you're going to be dealing with during this time, right? Getting a resolution to this, whatever this is involving, it is involving your base. There's a change that happened. And I feel like one, you had no say so. Page of Swords, yeah. Mm, you have no say so. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Like you are in your environment, you're the low man on the totem pole, right? If you're working with someone, if you're working for someone, I should say. If this is a contract situation, if this is something to do with your business, right? I'm hearing be careful of who you hire. So if you're hiring young people, just be careful of who you hire. Experience. Okay, so it's not young. I walk that back. It's inexperience. Be careful if you're hiring inexperienced people to do the work you need them to do, right? Like, okay, so this may save you some money. You're looking at this hanged woman, hanged person from a different perspective. But the Two of Swords is coming out and it's like indecision. There's some like indecisive behavior that led to a tower moment coming in. There's a lot of inexperienced energy here. If you're hiring people that don't know how to do the work you need them to do, or if you are new going into your field and you're inexperienced, it could be a situation where you walked into this thinking, oh my God, this is a good place. This is a solid foundation. And I could see myself growing here with that Four of Swords, right? And this was a change. This was a big change. But your inexperience may have allowed people to take advantage of you. And you're seeing it. And I think that's what is leading to this other energy over here because you people may think you're inexperienced, but you're inexperienced in the way probably of the work, but not of in life. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, I got street smarts and book smarts. I know that there's something wrong with this scenario. There's something wrong with this space that I've been placed in. And right now with that Two of Swords, it's telling me you're cautious, right? You're cautious because remember, you're holding your ground and you're coming into this time period like, all right, Lord, Mother, Father, God, I see it. I see what's happening. I'm not okay with this. How do we fix this, right? Let's clarify horseshoe. Let's clarify horseshoe. All right. So good luck. We have the King of Cups. Again, another person in leadership coming through. This person, King of Cups, softer approach, more empathetic approach, right? So there could be two people, two senior leaders making decisions here. And you're going to the other to appeal a situation. So I see that one person has given you a summary judgment and you're not in agreement with this decision. This is not what you signed up for. And you're going to someone else for assistance, right? Death card, new beginning, right? New cycle. Like, so Sagittarius, you understand that kicking this can up the hill changes a lot, okay? So I have to say this because, right? Like this is what I said with this Two of Swords, hold your ground. Two of Wands, there are ways in which you can make these decisions, right? That doesn't jeopardize your career, jeopardize your professional acumen, jeopardize like your brand. That's the thing we must always keep in mind. Like you are your brand. And so you don't want to ever put yourself in a situation that jeopardizes that. The death card, I'm also hearing like this could kill your career. It depends on what action you decide to take, how you go to approach it. Okay? So even then with this King of Cups energy, you're being asked, not maybe, you're being asked to come to this from an empathetic heart space place, right? You don't want to be like that King of Swords, just like chop chop. No, like you are coming to this, and whoever you're going to this from a rational, empathetic space. Queen of Wands. You're taking action though, right? And you're magic, Sagittarius. So you are understanding what is at risk, what is at stake, and you're now making sure that you are moving accordingly, appropriately, and it's not going to hem you up. All right, Sagittarius, I get the feeling that you have worked hard to get here. And whatever this is, no. Ram, let's, okay, okay. One second. All right, so clarifying Ram, you have the Knight of Wands, right? This is a cautionary tale. So it's the Knight of Wands, so some action is asked, you're being asked to take, right? This flipped out reversed, right? So for me, I'm going to ask you to pull back on your fire. Pull back, because this Queen of Wands came out upright. The Death card came up outright. The King of Cups came out upright. So you are going to take action, empathetic action. You're being smart here. So whereas you would have just gone forward like guns blazing, right? Knight of Wands, like all energy, like nope, we're doing this, boom, like this is not a boom, boom, boom kind of approach, right? This is we're taking action, we're gonna go a little slow. We're taking action. We're not going to blaze a path of fire, okay? Because you have the Temperance card that came out after that. And Temperance for me is peace, be still, take your time, right? One foot in front of the other. This is a marathon, not a sprint, right? You want a favorable outcome. You want this outcome to be favorable for you and to you, all right? Ace of Wands. There's a new opportunity here. There is an opportunity here. There's a seed for an opportunity here. But you're being called to take action to resolve the situation. So, right? Page of Swords. Let's go back to that. Do you have your documentation? Okay. Do we have our documentation? Okay, no more, hey, let's make this deal over the phone, or hey, let's talk this out over the phone. If you're going to do that, summarize all you got to say in an email. Be like, okay, per our conversation today, this is what we agreed upon. Where's your documentation? Where's your proof? What are you bringing to the table to show that no, there's still stuff to be handled here. Here's some evidence. Here's some data. Here's some detail. Because whatever this decision is, a summary decision that was made, it's summary. It is not permanent. All right. But in order for you to move yourself forward, it's kind of like the burden of proof is now on you. And so you got to make sure you do what you got to do. All right. Let's clarify Tiger. Clarify Tiger. Yeah. Yeah. Doing something risky, taking a chance. Yep. We have the Two of Cups, right? Working with people to get this resolved. There's something to be resolved here, right? Two of Cups. Working with people to get this resolved, working with people to, get this addressed. You are understanding that I can't come through with a big stick, Sagittarius. What you're understanding is that you need to come through with compassion and care in how you are addressing this situation. Two of Cups, make sure you're partnering up with the right people. This is a burdensome situation for sure. Okay, Sagittarius? So just because I'm over here saying take care of it, handle it, this is not light work. This is a burdensome situation. Ten of Wands is a burdensome situation, but you are at the end of carrying this burden, right? So it was a summary judgment. You have the paperwork, or you better get your paperwork together if you want to kick this can up the hill. Okay? Yes, kick this can up the hill. Make sure you get your paperwork to back you up. Okay? You cannot get anything resolved based on, well, this was discussed. Do you have that documented? No. This was agreed upon. Well, do you have that documented? No. Well, what they paid you is what they paid you. Because you went and you negotiated with people, nobody put it down in writing, and then the job get done and they gave you half of what you negotiated. You're like, what is this resource of my money? It's like, well, this is what I'm gonna pay. This is, what the going rate is. Oh, but we negotiated. It's like, well, I don't have a contract with you. So don't be going into no business deal, Sagittarius, with someone without a contract. I don't care if that's your homie, lover, friend. Okay? I don't care if this is your ace boon coon. You want me to provide a service for you? Here's a contract. Here's what we're going to agree upon. You sign it, I sign it. It's legally binding. Sun card. Yeah, I love this. You get this resolved. You get this resolved in your favor. I'm hearing greenhorn. All right. I want to give me three moody messages. Three moody messages. I love these deck. Three moody messages. Sagittarius. Lotus. It says your inner and outer beauty is enhancing at this time. You may find yourself being admired from afar right now. Empress energy is causing you to rise in your status. Okay, so use this, utilize this. Ooh, y'all, if y'all can't see it, sorry. This is the best I could do. Lotus. I have to figure out my light and how to set it up. But so this is energy. This is what I say. This is the medicine. So you are magnetic being. Use your magnetism right now, Sagittarius. We're going into your season. But we are in your season. So, this is happening in your season. So use that magnetic attraction that you have. All right. So Cancer, a safe, happy, loving family and environment is important to you right now. You may find you have strong inner pulling toward what's best for you and yours. It's great to put others first, but you need to honor yourself as well. Trust your inner guidance and be willing to go after what you want for you. Like I said, hold your ground and do what you need to do because that no, whatever this was that took place was not fair to you. And people are taking advantage of you because you're green. They think you're inexperienced. Like I said, street smarts and book smarts are two different kind of smarts, and you got both. Sword. Epiphanies and revelations come in. You are seeing a situation crystal clear. Stand in your authenticity and truth. Speak from a place of reason and justice moving forward. You have the evidence you need. And if you don't physically have it, you know how to get it. Oh, I had a witness while we were having this conversation. Yeah. Destiny. You are on a timeline that is written in the stars. It's important you release the need to control this situation. The path ahead will open up in due time. Let it unfold. Yes, right? Let it unfold. So what? This first decision that came through wasn't what you wanted. This is just how it needs to unfold. Let the unfolding happen. Do not try to clarify or to create the narrative. All right. All right, Spirit, one final guiding message. What is that soul message that we need to use to center ourselves this time for Sagittarius? Ooh, ready? Your energy is exclusive and expensive. Remember, it's a privilege to be in your presence. Your energy, your energy, Sagittarius. Yeah, your energy, yeah. It's exclusive and expansive. Oh, sorry, expansive. I say expensive. You don't talk to me nice or pay me right. And I got my evidence to back it up. So remember, it's a privilege to be in your presence. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to leave it here for you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. All right, let me know if this resonates. Remember, it can also apply to your sun, moon, rising, but we're looking at your career sector. All right, Asheo.